Well, hello everybody. How you doing? It's me, Mike Marino, and here we are again, live from my mother's basement. It's September 22, about 7:13, 14 in the afternoon. I decided I would come down to the basement and do a last-minute broadcast here on Sunday night, pasta night, or the night that a lot of Italians in the area are making sauce. I wanted to do this quick, spontaneous podcast because yesterday we were at the Feast of San Gennaro in New York City. We were having a lot of fun, and tonight we're down in the basement, and I have a special guest on the show for the third or fourth time. I really don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Pastore. Gary.
Hello, TV land. How are you?
How are you, everybody?
How's everybody doing?
You know, the last time we did the show, Gary and I, a lot of people were writing in asking, where did we get this from? And there was a couple of different shows that did do that. I said Little Rascals. Some people said the Honeymooners.
Three Stooges, too, I heard.
Three Stooges did it as well. So I guess that was like, yeah, he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Well, I think that was the way of everybody said hello back in the good old days. And we're bringing it back.
We are bringing back the good old days.
Right. Well, right now we're getting some fan mail from the land down under.
Hello, mates. How are you down there? Trip on the Barbie and a Faustus.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
mates. How
everyone.
are you down under?
In the land down under.
What is it, tomorrow afternoon there?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't even know what time it is now.
I think so.
No, we knew that it was 7 o'clock.
Oh, wait a minute. They're
like
backwards.
They're backwards? I think your shirt's on backwards.
No.
Hey, there's Tatiana. Tatiana is the one that does all my social media. Say
Hi,
hello.
Tatiana.
Hello.
How are you, Tatiana?
Hello. We're
How
having
are
a
you?
great time. I hope everything's good in Los Angeles. In fact, we're coming to Los Angeles. Well, I'm coming back to Los Angeles tomorrow, and then we'll be out there for a little while, then back here, then Boston, and on and on and on. But we want to talk about – hey, there's your friend Eddie Testa.
Eddie Testa. That's my brother.
It's 9:15 in the morning in Australia, they're saying.
9:15.
9:15
Oh,
in the
you
morning.
having eggs? You
Yes.
eat eggs. You have
Yes.
eggs and bacon.
What kind of eggs do they have? Do they have the eggs from that kangaroo? Kangaroo eggs!
No, ostrich.
That's disgusting.
It's an ostrich egg. It's one big egg.
Well, listen, while we're talking right here, here's one of your famous friends writing into the show, Eddie Testa of the Eddie Testa Band.
Eddie Testa Band. That's right. You know, me and Mike are going to do something one day.
We're doing something right
We're
now.
doing something now, but we're going to do something one day, and Eddie will play with
Yes.
us. It'll be so much fun, wouldn't it?
Right, yeah. Ed, we'd love to do a show with you. Obviously, he's in a band, and you're in the band too, and I'm just a comedian, but I can play the drums.
I'm a guest in the band. I'm not in the band. He's got the band. I don't have time to be in a band because I'm busy.
I'm busy too.
I love Eddie, and he's a great band. If you ever get to see Eddie Testa and his band, they usually play down the shore. My suggestion is if you haven't seen them, you better go.
So there it is. Some major plugs for Eddie Testa and the Eddie Testa Band. Great band. They're always playing around the Asbury Park area and the shore areas here in New Jersey. And our friend from Australia is still writing into the show, and whoever it is telling us they're having a Vegemite sandwich for breakfast. Now, us
That
Americans,
stuff's nasty.
I don't know what it is.
It's nasty.
What is Vegemite?
How do you eat that stuff?
Tell me,
Come
what
on.
is a Vegemite?
It's just stuff in a jar. It's I don't know. They spread it on toast. I'm sorry.
Is it butter?
No offense to you, Aussies. I
only know Vegemite because of the song.
Land Down Under.
Land on the Men at Work, and
Right.
he said, I'm having a Vegemite sandwich.
Mm-hmm. It's not very good.
Well,
anyway, I have to interject.
The interjecting is coming now from Gary. Go ahead. Interject.
I don't know if most of you know, but the Gotham Comedy Club is probably one of the most famous comedy clubs in New York.
It is one of the most famous comedy
and hard
clubs.
to get into.
Very
hard to get into and get on the stage.
Yeah.
I went Thursday night and saw these two comedians, John Bramnick, who's an attorney in town, and this fella. I have to tell you, and I'm not blowing smoke. He's a buddy of mine. We're colleagues. He got a standing ovation. And I don't know if you realize how very hard it is to get a standing ovation in a comedy club. It's just very, very hard. It's just very unusual. And I sat in the back. It's not like I got the audience going. I sat all the way in the back and watched from afar. And I tell you what, this man, he brought down the house. And that kind of started off this whole great weekend we
Yeah,
had.
we had a great
We
weekend.
had a great weekend.
We went to the Gotham Comedy Club, put on a great show. Thank you, everybody who came to the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We had a great time. It is difficult to get a standing ovation because people are sitting at the tables with drinks and food. And if you can get them to a level of joy that they're so happy and you see them jump out of the chairs like that, that is the ultimate feeling. The ultimate. You can't even get higher than any of that than to see people so happy that they stand up like that. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate that.
Yes, thanks for coming to see Mike. You know, Mike and I are buddies, and we're also in the business together. And we both realize how hard it is to be in this business and have people that aren't envious of each other. I mean, a lot of actors and comedians, there's a lot of envy going on because it's a competitive business.
Very competitive.
And I'm here to always try and help my buds, you know, without anything. I don't want anything in return. Certain people I will help. With the ones that usually don't ask for it are the ones that get my help.
Well, the return basically is that the help you give somebody, they do you solid by being good at what they do.
That too.
Yeah.
And
we
when
show up, we
Yep.
hit the mark, we do our thing, and we keep our mouth shut.
And you give out what you give out, you
Yes.
get back. It's a yin and yang.
Yes.
I got invited by Karen King, who owns a Leva Macaroni and not macaroni, Leva Dairy on Grand Street and Mulberry Street.
The greatest corner in Little Italy.
Absolutely.
Grand Street, Mulberry Street. What a corner.
Ferraris is there.
It's in the center of Little Italy.
It's amazing.
It's just, you know, and Saturday, when we went to the feast, the smell of the food, the smell of the summer coming to an end, the joy of the people taking over the streets, the fun. That corner, they were playing music, we were dancing, we were drinking, we were partying, we had meatball sandwich, pepperonis. Oh,
It
out
was
of control.
intoxicating.
It is.
Absolutely intoxicating. But the thing that I'm getting at is I went there the week before to get a cold cut plate. I'm doing a movie called Crabs in a Bucket. And I was talking to the producer and the director, and one of the producers, his name is Ante. Ante says, "Can you get me some gabagool?" No, he said gabagool. And I went, "What's gabagool?" It's gabagool.
Gabagool.
You gotta say gabagool.
You got to sound like you're starting a war.
And yeah, exactly. And he says, I said, mortadella and gabagool.
Yeah.
And so I brought a platter of mortadella gabagool from, what's the name of the cheese shop? Zello.
Where?
That we went to yesterday, Karen's shop.
Oh, Karen's shop. Avante,
Yeah.
Eliante,
Whatever.
Elegante. It's on the corner.
It's on the
It's
corner.
going to come to us.
It'll come to us because we're old. Anyway, I went and she said, "I want you to judge in the meatball contest."
Yeah.
So I was a judge yesterday in the meatball contest. So I told Mike, let's wear the shirts.
Set that up, though, too, because there was a meatball contest, a meatball eating contest. You've heard of a hot dog eating contest, or maybe a pizza eating contest, but meatballs, how many meatballs could somebody eat?
I only knew of getting two balls in the mouth at once. But this one guy, 34 balls.
34.
He got 34 balls in the mouth and down the throat.
Oh,
Yeah, I almost puked for him. And I kept going up behind him. This was funny. I don't know if you knew this. I was going behind him. I said, "I got 30 large on you. You better win."
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
saw
patting him
that.
on the back.
I
I'm
saw
saying,
that.
"Drink some water."
rubbing his shoulders.
And of all people out there was our mayor of New York City. Now, look,
Set it up.
look at this.
Set it
I
up.
went over to him and I said, "Hey, you, de Blasio, put this shirt on." Where is it? Do you see that? He's got a "Make America Italian Again" shirt. Look at that. De Blasio's holding up "Make America Italian Again." Well, he got a chuckle out of that. And because of that, Mikey over here got a great photo op with our
The
mayor of New York.
The mayor of New York.
And he's probably going to wear his shirt.
We actually, when we went to go, he went to go judge the meatball eating contest. I got to go up there and tell a joke or two. They introduced the mayor of New York. I don't even know, what's his first name?
Bill
de Blasio,
Mr. Bill.
who's not really liked by that many people.
Well,
Let's be honest.
not many at all. In fact, I
They
don't
were
like
booing him.
I don't like his
Boo.
politics, but
Boo. So he goes up on stage, and Gary hands him a shirt that says "Make America Italian Again," and he takes the shirt, turns it around, and shows the audience, "Hey, make America Italian again." Now, hopefully, they're not going to think he came up with it.
it was on the news last night.
Was it really?
Channel 7. I got the clip at home.
Oh.
I'll send it to you.
So there it is.
There
Now
you
we're
go.
in the news. We're selling the shirts like hotcakes. If anybody's watching, you can get a Mike Marino shirt that says "Make America Italian Again" on the back just by going to MikeMarino.net, sponsored by Locatelli Cheese. Thank you very much. And guys' shirts, girls' shirts, many different sizes, all kinds of stuff. We even have the tracksuit. So if you guys don't forget, log on. Just go to MikeMarino.net, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to my newsletter, and you can see all of this. But, I mean, think about it. The mayor of New York City took my shirt and showed the audience and showed everybody on television, "Make America Italian Again." I don't even know if he realized what he was doing.
No, you got a kick out of it. He wanted to meet you afterwards. You know, and
Yeah.
I told him.
I got to meet him.
Mikey's a great stand-up comic. Listen, he's not a bad guy. Politics aside, I don't like his politics. I have friends that are, you know, police officers and whatnot, and they really don't love the guy. But I got to be honest with you. When you're doing something in somebody else's house, you got to be nice. That's
We
it.
were nice.
We were nice.
We were nice.
We were nice.
We were respectful.
I didn't say anything bad. You know, people going, "Oh my God, how did you do that?" And I'm like, "Hey, listen, you got to take the higher road. That's what life is about." Sometimes
We walked the Feast of San Gennaro. There were 4 of us, and we were all wearing these shirts that say "Make America Italian Again." And I'll tell you right now, we look like the Sharks and the Jets, dancing and swinging and having a ball in the streets. You guys got to watch this stuff. Hey, I was all friends at the meat market.
Hey,
Big shout out to John's Meat Market, Park Avenue, Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
hi, Vin.
He's always watching the show.
Vinny's great. I love
Nice to
Vinny.
see you, man.
Nice to see you, Vin. The best meat. John's has the best meat. Really does. Good stuff. Great sausage. Great hot dogs. Great hamburgers. The steaks. Oh my God, can't beat them.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching a show like this, you have to realize we're old school guys and we like the way things used to be.
Mhm.
So we don't go to ShopRite for meat. We don't go to Stop and Shop. We don't go to Walmart. None of that. We go to the real meat market where the butcher is standing there talking to you and he knows about your family. He knows about your mom. He knows about everything. And you say to him, "Hey, it's nice to be here at John's Meat Market on Park Avenue in Scotch Plains, New Jersey." And then they
Absolutely.
treat you like family.
Like family. All right, you know what I miss? Hardware stores. We used to go and get a
Yeah.
screw.
Yeah.
You need the right screw.
Remember that?
I got to go to Home Depot, talk to 15 blockheads to find out where that one screw is. And you can't buy one screw. You got to buy a box of them. But I only need one. Well, we can't sell you one. You got to buy a box. So now I got 50,000 screws when I only needed one.
Yeah. They had where we were yesterday in the Feast on that street. They had the old school hardware store.
Yeah.
And there was probably just one employee in there. I think his name was John Travolta. If anybody's getting that reference. Hey, you got any blue paint? I need blue.
Saturday Night Beaver.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
No, that was the X-rated version.
Yeah, right. That was blue balls. Yeah, now you go to Home Depot, you're not going to talk to anybody, and then you get greeted by some guy who's just sitting there going, "Welcome to Home Depot. Welcome to Home Depot. Welcome to Home Depot."
No, they say it's not my department.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I asked some guy for caulk, you know, to put around the windows, caulking. He goes, "You want chalk?" I said, "No, I want caulk." I go, "I don't know what caulk is." And I went, "And you work here."
Imagine you get the wrong guy. He doesn't speak English that good. "You got any caulk?" Hey, oh, don't talk like that in here.
Yeah, exactly.
I like a nice piece of caulk.
I got a bigger caulk or smaller caulk?
I got a bigger caulk.
I got a smaller caulk.
Imagine that. You go in there now. "I need a screw. You got anything that matches this screw?" And you took the screw to the person. You said, "Hey, Anthony, look at this little screw. You got a screw like this?" And then he cracked a joke. "Oh, I think you got a screw loose." Hey. Then he went and found the right screw, and he went home with that. You didn't even have to pay for it.
So
today I actually did a little Instagram because I did go to Home Depot today. I needed to buy an extension cord.
Oh, that must have been a journey.
I bought an extension cord, 5 extension cords for $2. So, and then you got to do self-checkout. But not only do you self-checkout, now you get the checkout gun. It's the gun.
You get the gun?
So I shot my cord with the gun. And when I was leaving, there were 3 employees standing there talking to each other, drinking coffee.
And watching you.
And watching me. I did the job and they were having coffee. So I said, "Hey, I'm exhausted. Can I go on break?"
They offer you medical insurance.
Oh my God, these poor people. And then
what a world.
And then in the Stop and Shop, I went to Stop and Shop today. They have a robot. I don't know what the robot's name is. The robot got a name, and it's walking around the aisles, and it's just supposedly making sure that there's no schmutz on the floor, like a breakage. So naturally, I had to have fun with the robot.
You know what? You mentioned robot. Look at this. This is the Chicago Bulls, right? If you turn it upside down, it's a robot. Wait a minute. Having sex with a crab. Look, see the robot? It's a crab. Never mind.
I don't know if I saw that. I'm not drunk enough. He was drinking before he turned around.
Look. Robot, crab, see?
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that great?
Well, since you just put up the Bulls, they're writing in saying that the Giants won today, which is a great thing, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I'm not happy.
He's
not
a Dolphins
happy.
fan. Here he is sitting in the basement in New Jersey. I'm a Dolphins fan.
It's terrible, man.
I don't know if you should say that.
It's terrible. I don't care. What are you going to say? Jet fans can't say anything. They suck, too.
It is Julie. She's from Australia as well. Good morning.
Good day, Julie. How are
Good
you?
day. Have some Vegemite.
Oh, I know Julie Angelina.
You
How
know
are you, love? Yep.
Isn't it funny we all know each other from the
We do.
internet? Knowing each other is great, but Gary's got a lot of stuff going on in his acting career. Now, yes, of course, we were in this TV pilot called Silent Partners, and we hope for the best. You will see Gary and I in some really badass scenes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're done with that, Gary's on to a new project. So what's going on about this crab movie that you're doing?
Yeah, I'm doing a movie called Crabs in a Bucket. I play a...
Is it a comedy? Because you hear crabs in a bucket, you laugh right away.
Well,
I would
it
laugh.
takes place in South Philly, so I have to get my South Philly accent on. I was starting to talk a little South Philly. I was saying, get home and hoogie. You know how they talk it. You own it. So I own a home, and I eat hoogies.
Tatiana, go Raiders. She's in Los Angeles.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
I own a home in South Philly, and I eat hoogies. And they say water. See, this is a bottle of water. Water. They don't say water. They say water.
Water.
Yep. And, yeah, I start shooting this week. And Jeremy Piven and I are partners in this law firm. And gentrifying some South Philly neighborhood. And he goes back to the neighborhood. And he's not really happy that the town folk are so unhappy because I want to knock the whole neighborhood down and put up a casino. And they don't like me. And that's basically the gist of the movie. But it's a comedy. A lot of good people in it.
It's also great that you're working with Jeremy Piven because he's a guy who's a phenomenal actor, got a little bit of trouble. And then he started doing stand-up. So I met him about a year ago at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. We became friends, and I see him all the time, and he's becoming a great stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm. No, he's got great comic timing. He was great on Entourage.
Yeah.
He played that agent to the hilt.
It's funny. I met him, and he's like, yeah, I want to do what you're doing. I'm like, I want to do what you're doing.
Isn't that funny?
Everybody wants to do what somebody else is doing.
Somebody else is doing. It doesn't make any kind of sense.
I'm like, I want to be on Entourage. What the hell are you talking about?
Exactly. So I start working on Thursday.
Great. Now
there's another movie that's coming out called Shooting Heroin, and this one's about the heroin epidemic.
Was that a comedy?
No. No, it's actually, it's a sad story about what's going on in America. And I suggest that while it comes around, everybody see it because we all know somebody who might have passed away from it. I play a sheriff in it. I'm going to be in West Pennsylvania at the Clearview Cinema in Clearview. And I forgot the other name of the other. I have no brain anymore. I don't remember the name of the other one, but I'll get it for you. Anyway, if you're in West PA, come to the premiere. We're going to have the red carpet on the 25th and the 27th of October. If you live in West PA, like toward Pittsburgh, the Guthrie Theater. I'm sorry, it's the Guthrie Theater in West PA, and the one in Clearview.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, tell everybody about everything that you're doing and where you're going and how we can watch what you're doing. Hopefully, while we're on the show, we can announce eventually when people could see Silent Partners, which is going to be a badass show. You're going to have a lot of fun with that. And,
yeah, I heard they want to shoot the second episode, so we'll stay tuned. We'll figure out what's going on. Last night they had a screening in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, and I'm going to find out pretty soon how it went, and we can discuss that more.
Yeah, hopefully they're watching the show right now because I'd like to be part of that. Nothing like being an underboss.
Oh yeah, and one of our friends, Emilio DeFabio.
Oh, watch out now!
Yeah, he plays Frankie Bots.
Yeah.
All right, Emilio.
They gave him
shout
a
out.
name.
Yeah, Frankie
He's got
Bots.
a name. He's not extra
Crazy
number
Frankie.
one.
Nah, Frankie Bots.
Frankie Bots. Holy shit! That's it. We're never gonna get rid of him.
No, he's going to be
That's
around us
it.
for life.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to have him on the show.
He was supposed to play golf this morning. He never showed up.
He didn't. He didn't
No.
play golf.
No, I'm the only one who played. I did pretty good, by the way. I was 4 over.
What was the golf tournament this afternoon for? Was it a fundraiser?
No, it was the Italian American Club, which you and I belong to. So it was a bunch of old Italian men chasing a white ball around the grass.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny, actually. I didn't think that these guys played golf. I thought they just played bocce.
Bocce ball. Well, they play golf with the bocce ball.
Yeah, they go, this is no bocce ball. This is
no bocce ball.
I can't hit this ball. It's too small.
This ball is too big.
The bocce ball is too big. The golf ball is too small.
When I was younger, I had 2 balls. Now I got 1 ball.
This has been a weekend of balls.
Meatballs.
Meatball, golf ball, all kinds of ball.
Bocce ball.
Maybe I go home and watch a football.
I know what they call soccer.
Who's soccer?
It's a football.
It's a football.
Who's soccer? Who?
Who's soccer? Who? So, Mike, why don't you tell them where you're going to be?
Well, me on tour, which I'm
Hi,
leaving.
Trace. Tracy Pace is on. Hi, Tracy.
Hey,
I missed
Tracy.
you
How you doing?
yesterday.
She said it went awesome. You're in. What does that mean?
You're in, stars. I don't know. The performances were good, right? Yeah.
All right. So what we're talking about for the people who are just listening on the radio, we're in a TV pilot, which is the first episode of what we hope will be an ongoing series called Silent Partners. And they had a showing last night in Florida, and some of our friends are writing into the show right now saying it went great and it was well received. So hopefully we'll get that news that it says deal and we got to go make millions of dollars and shit like that. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
It would be. I want to just shoot in Florida this winter so I don't have to be here shoveling snow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What'd you
Part
say?
2. Yes. Okay. Well, okay.
Part 2, yes. There we go. I like that.
All right. Well, that sounds great. We're actually going to be doing a lot of podcasting while we're down here in the basement. We got new cameras coming in all around the place. Sound system going to be everywhere. We're going to bring in a band. Gary's going to be the co-host, but he's also going to be the chef of the show. So while I'm talking and interviewing people, we're going to do a throw over to Gary. He's going to be behind the stove. Cooking. In fact, we just got the okay to use the spoon from the web series. What's it called? The big wooden spoon. Would you get the wooden spoon to show everybody? There it is.
Look at that.
He's going to be stirring the sauce with this spoon.
What? Wait a minute. I'm
There
going to
you
do
go.
this live
from
my mother's basement. And I'm going to stir the gravy. I'm going to start a gravy. The Sunday gravy.
Sunday sauce, whatever you call it, we don't care. I say gravy.
The Sunday gravy with this bigger spoon. You know you're going to get stuff now. Watch.
Yeah.
Watch.
Well, now we're going to get hate mail.
Now you get the hate mail.
We say gravy.
Gravy. They go sauce. Put gravy on roast beef.
He said Dago sauce.
Dago sauce.
You said Dago sauce.
Why not? See?
Dago sauce.
Why don't you tell them what you're doing? You're flying all over the place. You have more frequent flyer miles than a pilot.
I do.
That's crazy.
That's very funny, yeah. I am leaving tomorrow morning for Los Angeles. I'll be in Los Angeles for 48 hours. Then I'm jumping on a plane and I'm going down to Bermuda. I'm going to get on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship for 1 week, sail around Bermuda. Hopefully I won't get caught up in the triangle.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to be lost, Mikey. I'll miss you. I can't do this.
You know, Italians never get lost in the Bermuda Triangle. Could you imagine that? Excuse me. Can I get out of this? Can I get out of this?
I got some place to go.
I got things to do.
Got people to meet.
You're lost. No. I got a map.
That's
I
right.
got a
I
map.
know where I'm going.
Like my cousin, Columbus. He knew how to get out of here.
Exactly.
He went over right to America and said, "This is ours. Get out of here."
There ain't no friggin' triangle gonna get my way.
Yeah, no, I got caught in no triangle.
See William Grigsby?
Yeah.
One of the producers of Shooting Heroin.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. How you doing, Billy?
Hey, Bill, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
We're down here in the basement. Why don't you come over?
He wants us to. He loves you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he wants you to do a show out there. Is that Emilio Fabio?
You know what?
Gravy is brown, brother. See, there he goes.
Both of these guys.
Gravy is for potatoes.
Gravy is potatoes.
Oh, please.
You know what? You're not welcome in my house. Get out of here.
It's called gravy, man.
It's gravy.
Gravy. It's cooked in.
Sauce is marinara. Gravy got meat in it.
Exactly. And it's the amount of time you cook it.
And the best way to have it is with locatelli cheese.
Absolutely. Sunday sauce.
Locatelli cheese on the macaroni.
It fell off.
It just fell off. keep your shoulder off this camera. So, and then from there, I'm going to go up to this area of California, which is called Antioch. Antioch is about an hour north of San Francisco, and there's a lot of Italian people up there. They're
You're kidding me.
Yeah, it's beautiful. This
There's
is the
Italian
grapevine. That's where they make the wine.
Italian people in Antioch?
Yeah.
You know what? They must be in a witness protection program.
You would think, because when you get up there, you're like, where the hell are we?
Because
where are the people?
How do Italians get up there? Oh, did you hear yesterday? We're at the San Gennaro Festival, and there's a guy from South American TV, and he goes, "Excuse me, can I interview you? What does this San Gennaro mean?" And I says, "Oh, the San Gennaro feast. The San Gennaro come down from the mountain. He come down for 5 days, eat. He's very hungry. He got no food and no water. And what happened is he knock on the door of everybody at the bottom of the mountain. And he goes, I'm so hungry. I'm climbing down from the mountain, and I'm hungry. And you know what they did? They laid out the feast. And his name was Gennaro. They made him a saint. And then you have the feast. So it's the San Gennaro feast. And the guy bought it.
And all these years later, the Feast of San Gennaro still exists because of this man who just happened to be hungry on one particular day. And if you believe that, it's sauce.
No, it's a gravy.
It's gravy.
What did Amelia say? Best way
to have gravy is on meatloaf. Hey, get the hell out of here. Yeah, go ahead.
How many people say, let's have a poll. How many people say gravy? How many people say sauce? Let's go. I bet you it's 50-50.
Look at this.
What?
That's right. In Jupiter, I'm performing at the feast out there. I think it's November 2 or 3.
They have a feast in Jupiter, Florida?
Yeah. I just was at the Feast of San Gennaro in Boston. We just did the Feast of San Gennaro in New York. Hopefully, I'll be doing a big feast up in Northern California and then also in Vegas. It's nice to entertain at these big festivals because there's people from all around the world. You don't have to be Italian to come down there. You just have to enjoy the Italian culture, and a bunch of guys going, hey, have some gravy on your meatballs.
How about that? I'm going to give you a plug now.
Plug me.
Okay. On October 12th in Newark, New Jersey, at NJ Pack, Michael and John Bramnick are going to take the stage not once, but twice in one night at 7:30 and 9:30. I will be at the 9:30 with some friends. So for all of you who have not got to see this man perform live or John Bramnick, I suggest you run, don't walk, and get tickets today for this incredible show. You will, listen, if you don't laugh, I will personally give you your money back. How's that? You get a money-back guarantee to come and see his show and tell me you didn't think it was funny.
I turned my
It's a win-win. Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. I appreciate that. And not only me and myself and John Bramnick are on the show that night, but also Bill Spadia from 101.5 here in New Jersey will be hosting the show. And, of course, now we added to the show Jacqueline Marfuji. Jacqueline Marfuji is a phenomenal comedian from here in New Jersey who lives in Los Angeles. And the four of us are going to take to that stage and rip that room an ass. But just before that, October 10, I will be in Boston. I'll be at the Wilbur Theater in Boston. Boston, you paying attention? New Jersey's bad boy Mike Marino coming to the Wilbur Theater in Boston on October 10. And I also have the Dan Lawson Band as my opening act. I got a band opening for me. So eventually we'd like to get the Eddie Testa Band to get on stage with me. That would be really, really cool. And then on a couple more shows in October, a lot more shows in November. The one in Antioch, California, if you guys are watching, going to be a special
for the
show.
witness protection program.
Yeah, witness protection show, way out in the middle of absolute nowhere. Half the room is going to be filled with animals.
They eat spaghetti and ketchup.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's something to complain about. Whether it's sauce or gravy, don't put ketchup on it.
You saw my Blue Heaven.
Here's your buddy Billy. I was raised German, and then I was
that's what I was
taught. To be fair.
What do you mean, just to be fair? What are you talking about?
What's fair?
Fair about what?
Oh, because he says sauce.
It's gravy. That's it. Marinara sauce, meat, gravy. It's simple. Simple. Puttanesca, sauce. Marinara, sauce. Alfredo, sauce. Meat, gravy.
There you go. That makes a lot of sense. I don't like puttanesca. That's got fish in it, don't it?
It's got anchovy. A leech.
Nah, I never had no anchovies. That's
You can't
disgusting.
eat that. It gets you sick.
Huh?
You're
Yeah.
allergic.
I'm allergic to fish.
Don't ever give Mike fish. Don't even
Don't
be
ever
near
give me
him.
fish.
And don't smoke
Don't
around
smoke
him.
near me either. That's
He
why I
hates
can't.
that.
I hate these fucking smokers.
These goddamn
Get
smokers.
the hell. Smoke
There's a couple
marijuana.
of smoke.
It's nice. It's
Yeah.
joyful. It makes you happy.
Makes you happy.
Don't
Yeah.
smoke cigarettes. What are you, crazy?
There's a guy on here now. He stinks every time I'm with them.
Hey, you know what? I really don't like to do a public service announcement, but you see these kids are getting sick and they're having problems now because they're vaping. They're vaping. Oh, we didn't know. We didn't know. Let me tell you something. If you're sucking smoke into your lungs, what'd you think was going to happen? You thought it was going to be good for you? Oh, this is lemony.
I know. I agree.
This is watermelony. No, it's smoke, you dumbass.
Yeah. Well, there's some of them that are okay, but I personally, this vaping thing is a fad, and I think it's going to go out into everything else.
Stop vaping. Stop hookering. Smoke marijuana. The original cure for everything.
That's right.
They say the best medicine is laughter. Now, how do you achieve laughter if you can't go see a comedian? Smoke marijuana.
Everything's funny.
Everything.
Everything's funny.
If
Walking down the street is funny.
Your sneakers are funny.
Your sneakers are funny. Neighbors, funny. Everything's funny. Even your dog is funny.
You ever get so high you look at a bottle of water and you just laugh your nuts off?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can hear
Look
the
at this.
waterfall.
Look at the water.
Yeah.
Hello?
I hear the waterfall.
Hello.
Did you ever tell you that trick? You stick a pinhole in here with a pin
Oh, no.
in the waterfall, and I go, I hear the water. And then you go and put it to the guy's ear and you squeeze it, and he gets a waterfall in his ear.
Who falls for that shit?
Everybody. Everybody.
This fucking world is getting out of control. All right, so listen, we're going to get going. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we love you all.
Yes.
I love being on the show with Mike. Do you love me being on the show with
I
Mike?
love you being on the show. The show is going to grow. It's going to explode. We're going to have the catering. We're going to have the cook. We're going to have the chef, the co-host, the band, the whole 9 yards. Don't ever stop watching live from my mother's basement. We got T-shirts coming out. We got hats in the works. We got a web series in the works. You guys watching Marino 2016? Well, now we're turning it over. We're going to go to Make America Italian Again, Marino 2020, the race for the White House.
You know
Wait
what?
till you see what we're doing.
Well, Grigsby, Billy, do me a favor. Try and get him a gig in town over there. I'm sure he can sell out. Everybody likes him.
Yeah.
Get him out in Western PA. I'll take a ride out there,
All right.
even though it takes 8 hours.
I'm going to be in Pennsylvania on November 15th.
Legalize marinara.
Legalize marinara.
That was a good one.
We got to legalize marinara. then Emilio will have a ball with that.
Yeah,
Told you it was
exactly.
marinara. I'm going to be at the Keswick Theater on November 15th, which is in Pennsylvania.
There you go. Where's that? What town?
I don't know, but in Pennsylvania somewhere.
The
Keswick Theater.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania. The place is so friggin' big.
I have so many shows that I'm just the happiest and the blessed I've ever been in my entire life, man. If I could just stay alive, I'm going to be entertaining worldwide. So, Gary, tell us where we can find you and what's going on in your career so we can read in the future other than on the show.
All right. So, Shooting Heroin will be out. If you hear of it coming to a town near you, go see it. I play a very serious role in it. I'm a lone sheriff in a town that has overrun with a heroin problem. And then the townspeople start to take the law into their own hands, which is never good. And I try and keep the calm and the peace. So that is on tour right now, and you can see it. And the director is Spencer T. Fulmar, and it stars myself, Alan Powell, Nick Totoro, Kathy Moriarty. Who else is in it?
Make sure you tell Nick I said hello.
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. If you remember him from Welcome Back, Kotter, he was Mr. Washington.
Oh,
Mr.
man.
Kotter, he's a great guy.
Freddie Boom Boom Washington?
That's Freddie Boom Boom.
Freddie
He's
Boom
in it.
Boom, Mr. Kotter.
Mr. Kotter.
That
He's
was
in
the
it.
greatest show.
And he's
man.
great to work with. I love the guy.
Who,
Real sweetheart. And who else is in it? I don't know. I
That's
can't remember
That's
anything.
a great cast.
It is a great cast, a great movie. Like I said, Billy's he's our producer. He did a great job. Worked his ass off on it.
How about your website where we can find you?
www.garypastore.com and Gary with 2 R's _Pastore at Instagram. I need more Instagram followers, so please follow me. Come on.
It's really uncomfortable when Italian guys say, come on, follow me, because I don't want nobody following me. But
That's
yes,
true. I usually
we
only
want,
people
we
follow
want, I don't want nobody behind me.
No, we don't like it. And I never sit with my back to the wall when I go into a restaurant.
I do that too.
I got to face the door.
You got to face the door, because if somebody comes in, we don't like the way they look, we're getting up.
Somebody's coming in blasting, I want to be able to get under the table too. You know what I mean?
Blast her. I don't know who that is. All right, so, and we could follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and all social media. And of course, yours truly, Mike Marino, on all social medias at Mike Marino Live.
Oh, and the Irishman too. I get killed in about the first 15 minutes. And I'm only in it for about 15 seconds, but that's good because it's a 3.5 hour movie. So you're probably going to be falling asleep by 2.5 hours. At least you get to see me. 3.5 hours.
The Irishman's coming out. Is it out?
No.
When does The Irishman come out?
November.
November. The Irishman, of course, with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Gary.
Harvey Keitel.
Al Pacino. Well, you think these guys know each other? That's what's going to happen in the future when we're doing major movies. Oh, here's another movie with Mike Marino and Gary Pastore.
But that's fine. That's how it works.
That would be great. Why not?
This is how it works, man. People from the neighborhood. Everybody
friends.
was from Scorsese's neighborhood.
That's right.
Harvey lived in the neighborhood. De Niro lived in the neighborhood. They got the neighborhood guys together. They made a movie.
And now we live in the neighborhood.
And now we live in the neighborhood.
In the basement.
In the basement. Forget about it.
All right, we're gonna wrap up this show. I thank you so much for coming back down the basement
pleasure,
there.
My friend.
Thank you for getting me in with the mayor of New York the other day.
Great
that was
to have you
absolutely a
yesterday.
piece of San Gennaro, New York City, and on and on and on, folks. Okay, keep on watching Mike Marino Live from my mother's basement. You never know who's gonna drop by. Come and watch me out on tour as we go around the world and have some fun at MikeMarino.net. And don't forget, you can listen to me every Thursday night at 8 o'clock on ddvradio.com and all the time on ItalianAmericanRadio.com, and hit me up on iTunes, Spotify, and all kinds of crazy social media. I'm Mike Marino. You guys have been a great crowd. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Remember, let's make America Italian again. You don't know nothing. You don't say nothing because you don't see nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing. Don't take no shit from nobody. Hang up. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.